Hello and welcome, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Welcome to your week ahead TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We are doing the 27th of March to the 2nd of April 2023. We are getting into the fourth month of the year. Isn't that just crazy? On the table in front of me, I have two amazing decks to work with this week. The first one that we're going to be working with is a Angel Oracle deck, and it is the Angel Guide by Kyle Gray. Really pretty, beautiful artwork. And I actually chose that deck first, and then when I saw that the backs of the cards were orange, I needed a tarot deck where the backs of the cards were orange. So this is the Good Karma Tarot. I know it looks fairly yellow on camera, but it's actually more of an orangey color. So that's why I have chosen the decks that I have chosen for today. So let's get started. And this week we're going to start with the angels. So I'm going to move the tarot just off camera for a bit, and we're starting with the angel cards. And this is to set the tone. This is just to set the tone, to set the reading, to get a feel for the energies of the week ahead. And as I said, this is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So we're asking our angels to connect with us. We're asking our angels to guide this particular reading for all of you today. And we're asking them for a card that's going to describe the week, the energies of the week ahead. So what can you look forward to? What do you need to watch out for? What do you need to be aware of? And what message do the angels have for all our fire signs, for Aries, Leo, and Sag for the week ahead? And there we have the card. I know the colors go a bit weird when there's nothing much happening, but I promise you the colors will correct as soon as we've got some more cards to look at. Angel message we have is the angel of transformation. And I just love how they've got their arms up in the air. You know, they are, I want to say, like in that victory pose of like, look at me, look at all the passion, look at all the enthusiasm, look at all the vitality that we have around them. This purple that we see here, maybe it's their wings, maybe it's their wings which come, much bigger like that. I don't know. But transformation is about change. While I'm talking, I'm just going to start shuffling the tarot while I'm talking about the angel of transformation. So the word transformation is change, isn't it? It's about letting go of a certain aspect of ourselves and transforming into something different, becoming something different, giving yourself permission to evolve and to transform into something different. So for the week ahead, now it's interesting that this transformation for you fire signs is towards the end of March and going into April. This is a transition week as far as seasons go. No matter where you are in the world, whether you're Southern Hemisphere, Northern Hemisphere, our seasons are changing. And this is the time period. This is the date when we start noticing those seasonal changes taking place. Here in the Southern Hemisphere, we are moving from a crazy hot summer into what we hope is going to be a pleasant and cooler winter. And obviously the Northern Hemisphere, you guys are shifting from winter and you're looking forward to the warmer weather coming through. So it's not just about the change that's happening around us with our seasons, but the transformation is talking about the change within you. So even though our seasons are changing, we need to understand that each one of us on a personal level go through a form of transformation with the seasons. You might find that you are a winter person, you might find that you are a summer person, you might find that you are whatever, and depending on how the seasons are shifting, it is going to have an impact on you. So your week ahead is about transformation, which means that you can look forward to and you need to look out for change in all your areas of life, from your personal relationships to your career, to your health and wellness, to your finances, to your emotions. There's going to be change in all of these or some of these areas. Right, I have shuffled, I have cut the deck. Let's lay out some cards and see what we have. So card number one we have is the Wheel of Fortune. Card number two that we have is the Three of Wands. Card number three, I won't fit another one in, so I can spread them out a little bit there. So card number three that we have is the Emperor. We've got some very, very powerful cards coming through. We also have Temperance, continuing with that same vein, and we have the Three of Swords. All right, so fire signs. When I look at everything that we've got, I want to just look at the body language. Right, so forgetting the Wheel of Fortune, because she's like a little bit, she's just taking it as it is, okay? But if we look at the body language, I'm also going to ignore her. So I'm ignoring those two, and I'm basically looking at the body language of these three. They are standing very powerfully. They are approaching straight on. They're not afraid. They're not apprehensive, almost like our angel of transformation here as well. There is this kind of facing things head on, and that's the kind of vibe that I'm picking up here, which I think is so important for a week of transformation. But starting off with our Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is about trusting that this is meant to happen. So everything is exactly as it needs to be in your world right now. So whether you're going through a positive period or whether you're going through a negative period, this is exactly what you need to be experiencing. The journey that you're on is just perfect for who you are, for where you are, and where you're heading next. So if you're finding things a little bit difficult, if you're finding things a little bit not fabulous, a little bit not fabulous, understand that it needs to be like that to drive you, to push you to make the changes that you need to make. Because if everything was okay, if everything was mediocre and average and okay, you would just accept that, because that's what we generally tend to do. You know, I speak for myself, and you know, I was raised to say, if it's not broken, don't fix it, you know. But sometimes just because a thing isn't broken doesn't mean that it's not faulty, not wrong for you. And if everything is comfortable in our worlds, we tend to stay there. We don't tend to want to change or want to improve or want to better ourselves. So the Wheel of Fortune is basically saying to you that wherever you are in your life at the moment, whether it's in a good phase or a bad phase, you're in the perfect phase for what you need, for what's coming up, to initiate, to bring about the transformation and the change that you need. Then the next card we have over here is the Three of Wands. Now, Three of Wands is an interesting card because it acknowledges that we've already embarked on, that we've already begun a journey, an experience, a progress, okay? But it is also the card that says to you, you need to be mindful of where you started, where you are, and where you're heading, okay? Because isn't that what's important? It's not just about the destination, but it's about acknowledging this is where I started. Look at how far I've come already, and now that's where I still need to go. So it's about checking on your past, checking on your present, and checking on your future. And the Three of Wands is basically saying to you that you've already made this decision. You've already decided on the change that needs to take place in your life. You've already started that journey. You've already embarked on that journey. Now it's just a case of making sure that you are following it through to the end, and that you're not packing in too early, and that you're not forgetting about the journey itself that you are on. And then we have this beautiful Emperor card. I mean, I just adore her. I love how she's standing in this power pose. Now, if you have been watching my content for any amount of time, you would have heard me mention power pose, okay? Power pose is an actual thing, friends. Like, trust me on this, it's an actual thing. If you stand like she is, so you're standing with your feet hip distance apart, you've got your hands on your hips, but almost in a fist-like motion on your hips. Elbows out, okay? Chest out, bum in, elbows out, chin up. And if you stand like that, but you should actually have your chin lifted slightly more. And if you stand like that, it releases endorphins. It releases the most amazing emotions in your body that make you feel confident. A lot of people in the corporate world, before they go into like a really scary meeting or any kind of appointment, they'll actually stand in that power pose just for 2 minutes, like really, literally, just for 120 seconds, the shortest amount of time. And you suddenly feel more confident, you suddenly feel more powerful, and you suddenly feel more capable. So the fact that we have the Emperor with our week of transformation, it's basically saying to you that this week you may need to dig deep to find your courage and your confidence. You may need to adopt this power pose, like stand in that power pose as often as necessary to assist you to work through whatever it is that you're going through. But the first thing you need to do is to acknowledge that everything is perfect in your world. And right now you are exactly where you need to be, and you have already begun. So it's not about making the decision. The decision is made. All right, it's done. You are already transforming. You are already going through that process. But if you need to adopt the power pose, if you need to be confident in yourself, if you need to give yourself a little boost of courage and a boost of confidence, then do that. Do not rush, is what I'm getting from Emperor. It's about being in control. It's about being confident. It's about courage. It's about all of those things. But it's also about taking the time that you need to boost yourself, to build yourself before rushing in. Otherwise, we're not going to have the success that we're looking for. And then we come to this beautiful card, Temperance. So here she stands, and again, super confident. She has got a triangle. She's got this golden light emanating from her heart space, from her heart chakra. She has got all the elements all around her. She's got the elements of fire. She's got the elements of earth, of water, of air. She's got all the elements around her. And she is just so comfortable with who she is. But she understands that she would not be who she is if she was missing any of these elements in her life. And this is the thing. This is why the Wheel of Fortune has come through. This is why the Wheel of Fortune is saying, right now in your life, fire signs, everything is perfect. Everything is as it needs to be. Because she realizes that it takes all the bad examples, or all the bad situations, all the bad circumstances, all the trouble and the difficulty that you've experienced. It takes all of those, plus the good ones, plus the positive, to make you the person you are today. So you wouldn't be the amazing, phenomenal, strong, brave, and courageous person you are going through major transformation if you hadn't experienced difficulty. So that's why I said with the Wheel of Fortune, it doesn't matter what you're experiencing in your life at the moment. It doesn't matter how easy or how hard or how difficult your circumstances. Just know that everything is actually pretty perfect in your life right now. And all you need to do is accept that. All you need to do is to see it for that, accept it for that, and trust that all is well. But know that you cannot do without the one. So we go through life trying to remove the challenges, trying to overcome the challenges, trying to fix them, trying to make them go away, trying to lessen the obstacles. But actually, it's those experiences that actually create the person we are. So Temperance is a reminder that even though you are strong and confident, even though you are capable, even though you are going through major change, which is going to be phenomenal, and even though you recognize the journey that you're on and how far you've come, and you're trusting in the process, it is important to always maintain balance. And that's what Temperance is reminding you. It's reminding you that without something, you are nothing. So it's about having that equal mix. It's about having the good and the bad, accepting it all, embracing it all, using it all, welcoming it all into your life. Our last card, and I've been avoiding. We don't like the Three of Swords, friends. We really don't. Three of Swords is about heartbreak. It is about disappointment. But I am going to tell you that looking at everything that we've got going on here, this is not heartbreak, disappointment, loss, or sorrow from an external situation or circumstance. This is you about yourself. Let me explain. We're in a week of transformation, okay? We understand that. We want to change. We want to grow. We want to improve. We want to be better. We want to be all of those things. But we're also so afraid of letting go of the person we used to be. We're so afraid of letting go of our identity, of who we identify as, that we tend to hold on to all our experiences, past experiences. And the Three of Swords is basically saying we need to acknowledge the things in our lives that are not working for us. We need to acknowledge the things, the situations, the people, the circumstances that are not really working for us right now. And we need to let them go, because we cannot move forward. Sorry, let's point to that one. We cannot move forward. Three of Wands is about moving forward. We cannot move forward with confidence, with balance, with ease in our life if we're holding on to our tragedies, our hearts, our hurts, our pain, and our discomforts. But I also think this is you being disappointed at yourself because you're not perfect. And you know what, fire signs? None of us are perfect. Nobody is perfect, all right? But we need to be in a constant state of evolution, in a constant state of change, in order to become a better version of ourselves. So yes, you may not be perfect, and yes, you may be very aware of your imperfections, but you do need to love your imperfections as they are, because without any one of them, you are not the person that you need to be, the person that you should be, and the person who's going to have the best change ever. So acknowledge and embrace the disappointment, the hurt, the sorrow, the pain, the suffering, and then let it go. Be grateful for the lessons it's brought you, for what it's taught you, because without those experiences, you would not be strong, amazing, and capable, and you would not have embarked on the journey that you're embarking on, and that you won't be becoming the person that you're about to be. So for the week ahead, fire signs, this is for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. For the week ahead, be kind to yourself. Embrace all circumstances, people, situations, etc. in your life. Take on that power pose. Every time you're feeling a little bit less confident, or a little bit uncertain, or a little bit unsure of anything, take on that power pose. Stand like that for literally just a couple of seconds. Remember, chin up. I'm actually doing it now, that's why you don't see my hands. Chin up, shoulders back, elbows back, chest out, stomach in, bum in, and feet, just slightly hip distance apart. And you just stand there and just breathe. And I promise you, you feel just amazing. Just amazing. So fire signs, for your week ahead, power pose your way through change and transformation. I love that. Don't hold on to the suffering. Don't hold on to the pain. Let all that stuff go. Let all that stuff go. Fire signs, wishing you an amazing week ahead. As always, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.